All right. So, hi everyone. Very good afternoon to all of you. I hope I'm audible and visible to everyone here. So, this is class 9th of general awareness question, and this is a special session. Why? Because here we are going to specifically talk about September month, jitna bhi hamara current affairs hai. We'll explicitly talk about that, right? We are going to solve questions, but today we are not going to see 100 questions. Today we'll see 50 of the questions, and rest of the questions we will be covering in the coming days. So that is how the entire slide, that is how the entire class is going on. All right. So the first question here talks about something which is all related to critical minerals mission, right? So this clearly says that in September 2025, the Union Cabinet has approved what, that is 1500 crore incentive scheme related to critical minerals mission. Now, which of the following best defines its purpose? Is it to promote exploration of untapped lithium and cobalt deposit in India, to encourage what, to establish state-run strategic mineral reserves for defense purpose, to encourage recycling and recovery of the critical minerals from the secondary sources, to fund R&D for the developing new batteries, chemistries here, if to support import of redefined rare earth minerals from lead nations. Now remember, we have already done this particular one in our PIB session. और अगर मैं इस पर्टिकुलर क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स की बात करूं, सो वी आर ऑलरेडी लैकिंग हियर. चाहे मैं यहाँ पे लिथियम की बात करूं, चाहे मैं कोबाल्ट की बात करूं, चाहे मैं बाकी हमारे क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स की बात करूं, वी आर मोर डिपेंडेंट ऑन द अदर नेशंस, राइट? सो व्हेन वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन समथिंग लाइक ईवी, तो उसके लिए हमारे पास, जब मैं ईवी बैटरीज की बात करती हूँ, जब मैं ईवी की बात करती हूँ, तो उसके पहले हमारे पास एक बहुत ही ज्यादा कंपोनेंट आता है विच इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट वन वाइल प्रोडक्ट, वाइल प्रोड्यूसिंग ईवी हियर, दैट इज ऑफ कोर्स क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स, राइट? एंड व्हेन वी आर सो डिपेंडेंट ऑन अदर्स, और उसके साथ वी कैन आर्ग्यू दिस ऑल्सो कि मैम हमारे पास तो इंडियाज क्रिटिकल मिनरल मिशन भी है, बट उसके इंडियाज क्रिटिकल मिनरल मिशन भी है, बट उसके साथ साथ अगर मैं इस पर्टिकुलर मिशन के ऊपर फोकस करूं, तो यहाँ पे मेरे को बहुत ज्यादा टाइम लग जाएगा स्पेसिफिकली वेरियस जो मेरे पास मिनरल्स है, क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स है, उनको ढूंढने के लिए. तो यहाँ पे जो गवर्नमेंट है वो बेसिकली किसके ऊपर फोकस करती है? रिसाइकलिंग के ऊपर, कि आपके पास जो प्रोडक्ट्स है वो पहले हैं, आप उसको रिसाइकिल करो ताकि जो हमारे क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स है हम उनको बहुत ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या कर सके, उनको एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सके. सो हियर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द जुडिशियस यूज ऑफ द रिसोर्सेज. Which one is the correct answer? Is it A or C? Like most of the people are answering here A या फिर C. So what do you think? Which one is the correct answer? A says exploration of untapped lithium and cobalt deposits in India. बट यहाँ पे अगर मैं डिपॉजिट्स ढूंढने की बात करूं, ये तो किसी और का मिशन, ये तो किसी और का रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. इंडियाज क्रिटिकल मिनरल मिशन इज ऑलरेडी देयर. C says to encourage recycling and recovery of minerals, like critical minerals from the secondary sources. That is what is the exact answer here. This is C. Why? क्योंकि यहाँ पे मैं बेसिकली किसके ऊपर फोकस कर रही हूँ? रिसाइकलिंग के ऊपर इज माई एंटायर फोकस. सो सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर हियर. हियर इज अ explained part of it as well. So it's a 1500 crore scheme which is specifically designed to build what, that is India's recycling capacity by recovering the minerals such as lithium हो गया, cobalt हो गया, nickel हो गया, और वो भी किससे? secondary sources से. जैसे कोई भी ई वेस्ट हो गया, उसके अंदर अगर हमें कोई भी critical mineral मिलेगा, so rather than depending on imports, rather than getting dependent on kind of extraction part, so हम क्या करेंगे, जो हमारे पास पहले से ही जो पड़ा है हम उसको क्या करने की कोशिश करेंगे, रिसाइकिल करने की कोशिश करेंगे, और जल्दी से जल्दी जो अवेलेबिलिटी है उसको इंश्योर करने की कोशिश करेंगे. ऑलराइट. सो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग करेक्टली रिप्रेजेंट्स द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ इंसेंटिव्स अंडर द क्रिटिकल दिस न्यू क्रिटिकल मिनरल रिसाइकलिंग इंसेंटिव स्कीम हियर? 30% is for capex subsidy on plant machinery only. 20% is for capex subsidy, OPEX subsidy disbursed at as 40% in second year and 60% in the fifth year. Capex subsidy is 10% and 90% OPEX subsidy during the first year. Single subsidy based on annual turnover that is linked to exports, and capex subsidy available to only large industries. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Alright, so most of the people are answering here B. Good. B is the correct answer here, because we are providing them capital subsidy also, like capital is expenditure which is specifically on capital, और जो operation जो हमारे expenditure होगा हम उसके ऊपर जो subsidy है वो भी provide कर रहे हैं. So B is the exact answer here. So it includes capex subsidy and OPEX subsidy as well, and this is all based on the performance link, right? So we've set one base here, and accordingly whatever performance you people are having, accordingly the benefit will be provided to you people. So 20% is on machinery and utilities for what, to lower the upfront this investment cost, And performance linked is what? That is 40% of the 40% of the cost is getting disbursed in the second year, and 60% किसमें होगा? 5th year में होगा. That is tied to incremental sales. That I've already told. This all is on the basis of profit earning only, right? It means जितना भी आप increase करोगे sales को. All right. Next question says, which of the following are expected to outcomes of the critical minerals recycling incentive scheme? Is it 270 kilotons of annual recycling capacity creation, 40 kilotons of critical minerals production annually? Is it 8,000 crore investment have been investment generation? Creation of 70,000 direct and indirect jobs will also be created. If we are recycling the material, क्या वो नई opportunities provide नहीं करेगा? So which one is the correct answer? Is this the capacity generation? Is this the production annually we are expecting? Is this the investment generation? या फिर जो direct and indirect jobs है वो 70,000 के आसपास create होंगे? What do you think? 1 and 2 only is the correct answer. 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3 या फिर 1, 2, 3, 4 या फिर 1 and 4 only? All right, correct. So the correct answer here, like all of the above are the correct answer here. So D is the correct answer, right? Recycling capacity कितना है? That is 270 kiloton per year. जो mineral output है वो कितना है? Approximately 40 kiloton minerals, like critical minerals annually. Investment यहाँ पे कितना है? Nearly 8,000 crore inflow is going to be here, and of course a kind of employment generation will also be there. अगर हम यहाँ पे एक नई टेक्निक की तरफ फोकस कर रहे हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं employment generation भी करेगा. 70,000 is the exact target that we are achieving. All right. So fourth question says, in September 2025, the Union Cabinet, which was chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, approved the national scheme, that is capacity building and resource development, CB and HRD, under the Department of Scientific and Research, Central Industrial Research here. Now, which of the following best reflects the central aim of this particular initiative? Are we focusing on expanding what? That is physical infrastructure? I am talking about the creation of am I talking about the creation of robust pipeline of trained researchers and scientists in the India's STEM field through fellowship here? Am I here talking about providing tax incentives to private industries to support foreign research institutions, or to fund vocational training program? All right, so I think most of the people are answering here B, and that is very sure, right? अगर आपको कोई भी idea भी नहीं है तब भी ये जो particular answer है बहुत sure बनता है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे मैं किसकी बात कर रही हूँ? That is, I'm specifically talking about the capacity building as well as human resource development. It means हम कहीं ना कहीं जो है हम कहीं ना कहीं जो है उनकी बेसिकली एजुकेशन की तरफ ध्यान देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, हम ह्यूमन एसेट क्रिएट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. सो यहाँ पे सी आंसर तो बिल्कुल नहीं होगा, है ना. मैं ना ही सपोर्ट कर रही हूँ मेरे फॉरेन इंस्टीट्यूशंस को, ना ही मैं वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड करने की बात कर रही हूँ सिर्फ मेरे यूथ को, रूरल यूथ को. So the correct answer here becomes what? That is of course B. Okay. So what is the main aim here? That is on research careers via what? That is doctoral as well as postdoctoral fellowships, recognition awards and symposia grants as well, ताकि मैं अपनी जो हमारी STEM workforce है, हम मैं human asset जो है वो create कर पाऊँ society में. That is what is my entire aim here, right? Next question says, the cabinet cleared what? That is capacity building and research and human resource development scheme for the implementation during what? That is 15th finance commission cycle. Now you people have to tell me what is the time frame as well as financial outlay. Which one is the correct among these many 5 options? Is it 21, 22 to 25, 26, and the financial outlay is 2,277.397 here. All right, so I think most of the people are already answering me A. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right, is it 2,000, 25,000, like 2,500, 3,000, if 1950? Okay, so I think most people already know the answer. Correct. So A is the correct answer. I don't think I need any explanation here, right? अब ये जो है ये थोड़ा सा static ही है. You people have to just keep this in your mind, right? So यहाँ पे अगर मैं इस particular financial commission period की बात करूँ तो उससे तो सभी को idea हो जाएगा, right? But यहाँ पे जो total outlay है उसको थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रखने की जरूरत है. That is 2,277.396 crore, right? And this is what I'm exactly targeting. All right, next initiative talks about मत्स्य शक्ति. अब मत्स्य शक्ति से तो सभी को पता लग जाएगा कि this is one of the initiative that is specifically for my lead sector. Okay, मतलब मेरी fish production के लिए basically. This considers the following statements which is related to project मत्स्य शक्ति. Is it implemented under प्रधान मंत्री विरासत का संवर्धन, that is विकास scheme? The project's execution involves memorandum of understanding between Ministry of Minority and ICAR, which is Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute. Was it just launched by Ministry of Fisheries and Animal Husbandry and Dairying alone, या फिर कोई और ministry भी थी? The project aims to empower minority fishermen through capacity building and skill enhancement. It is scheduled for the implementation for over 3 years. Now tell me, which one is the one? You people have to tell me the years and just have a very crisp idea about कि जो लॉन्च करा गया था क्या वो सिर्फ मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस के द्वारा लाइक मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फिशरीज के द्वारा ही करा गया था. सो और आर वी हैविंग मोर? All right. Okay, see, it means you're saying 1, 2, 4 and 5 is correct. Okay. All right. So, like, was it, these were 3 years only or what was the case? Are you not doubtful about it? And are you not doubtful about this third also? What do you think? What do you think? Everything is correct? All right. So, I think most of the people are answering here B. C. Okay. All right. So first A is the correct answer. That is first, third and fourth only. I've already told you. Exactly. Third is wrong. Okay. I've already told you. Just see this particular aspect. That is the third statement. It was launched by the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying alone. Right. But was it alone? The answer is completely no. Right. When it comes on to the ministries here, so it includes more. So the period here is also something which is not at all correct. It is not 3, but it is for 1 year, right? So this is the correct explanation about it. When I talk about Matsya Shakti, I've already told you this is entirely related to my lead activity, which is fishery sector, right? This is related to fishery sector. And this comes under what? That is Vikas, जिसके अंदर हम 6 minority communities को जो है वो consider करते हैं. Accordingly, we try to give them benefit. It is not as independent as this particular initiative. Of course, it's joint implemented and through this memorandum of understanding with this minority affairs, as well as we've talked about ICAR also. So of course, both are part of it and not single one. Okay. Next is about again Matsya Shakti only. Now tell me, the project will be implemented through Zinzam, this regional center ICAR CMFRI. Participants will be supported to establish business or work as fisheries consultants. No financial assistance or stipend is provided during the training phase. The project integrates leadership and entrepreneurship training specifically for women. It focuses entirely on traditional fish processing techniques. Which one is the one? Now just consider कि कोई भी financial assistance से फिर जो stipend है वो नहीं provide करा जाएगा क्या? Again telling you, we do not have any specific stipend या फिर कोई भी specific जो financial assistance है वो नहीं है. It all depends on the period only of period of training, specifically the period of training phase only. It all depends on that, right? But अगर मैं यहाँ पे training phase की एकदम specific stipend की बात करूँ, तो वो stipend जो है वो ensure नहीं होता है. Training phase के ऊपर ही जो है वो dependent रहता है, right? So tell me which one is the correct answer? First, second and fifth only. So it means you people are saying कि fourth and third is the incorrect one. All right. So correct. A is the correct answer. I've already told you stipend is something that they give. Of course, third is the incorrect here. And again telling you when I talk about the stipend part, so that is not for sure क्योंकि ये training के हिसाब से जो है वो vary करता है, right? So it focuses on the non-traditional fisheries like hatchery, production and cage culture and not specifically on the traditional methods. So first, third and fourth is the correct one here, right? 420. हाँ तो थर्ड वाला गलत ही है. थर्ड वाला गलत ही है. No financial assistance or stipend is provided. This is wrong because they are provided with a stipend here, right? And fourth one also say the project integrates leadership also, and I've told you about the correct data as well, right? So it includes women, right? But the focus entirely on the traditional fishing processing techniques only. The answer is completely no. For then what is the method or maybe what is the fun of this Matsya Sampada also, like Matsya Shakti as well. So this entirely talks about what? Not specifically on the traditional fisheries or maybe techniques only, but it talks about the techniques as well, right? Next question says, which of the following statements is correct about Adivani? Now remember, when I talk about Adivani, Adivani basically किसके लिए है? Tribal communities के लिए. हम यहाँ पे वानी से मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया था, वानी से we are specifically focusing on whom? That is language here, right? Alright, so this completely say that Adivani uses AI models such as no language left behind and Indic trans 2. It includes optical character recognition, that is OCR, for digitalizing the tribal manuscripts and primers. It includes, it only provides text-to-text translation. Now, I'm very sure you will be, ensured about, you will be very sure about it. Text-to-text ही है, या फिर text-to-audio है, या फिर what is the case? Now next says the platform provides curated bilingual dictionaries and repositories also. Adivani supports real-time transaction exclusively between English and tribal languages only. क्या English और जो tribal languages तरफ वही included है? Now tell me which one is the correct answer? Which one is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Alright, so most of the people are answering here A. It means you people are saying that first, third and fourth is the correct one. Again, correct. So A is the correct answer. Why? Because यहाँ पे सिर्फ text to text ही translation नहीं है. We have text to audio, audio to text भी है, audio to audio भी है. और अगर मैं यहाँ पे real time translation की बात करूँ, so of course English is one of the important part of it, but Hindi is also part of it, right? So English, Hindi and tribal languages, right? Tribal. Yes. All right. So this is what is the correct answer here. 13 लैंग्वेजेस हमने भाषणी में देखा था, राइट? जो 13 लैंग्वेज है वो अभी करंटली भाषणी सपोर्ट कर रही है, बट अगर मैं यहाँ पे ट्राइबल लैंग्वेजेस की बात करूँ, सो यू हैव नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन दैट, सो आई वांट यू टू जस्ट करेक्ट इट डाउन और उसके बेसिस पे आई गिव यू द करेक्ट आंसर ऑल्सो, राइट? बट ये ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लैंग्वेजेस जो है वो कंसीडर करेगी. जो 13 वाला लैंग्वेजेस है ना वो अभी सिर्फ भाषणी सपोर्ट कर रही है. नाउ दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑन लैंग्वेजेस ऑल्सो. नाउ पीपल टेल मी, देन अकॉर्डिंगली आई टेल यू द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ दैट, राइट? Alright, so which of the following statements about Adivani's language coverage is correct here? Beta launches includes Santali, Bhili, Mundari, Gondi only. Q and Garo is planned for the next development phase. Adivani currently supports all 261 tribal languages of India. Focus is on low resource tribal language to prevent extinction. या फिर Bhili and Gondi are classified as critically endangered languages. Which one is the one? Is it 1, 2, 4 only, 1, 3, 4, 5 only, 2, 4, 5 only, 1, 2, 4, 5 only, फिर 1 and 3 is the correct answer. John says 9th का A. All right, so it means John says कि first वाला मतलब Santali, Bhili, Mundari and Gondi is the correct answer here. Along with that, second is also the correct answer and fourth is also the correct answer. All right. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right. So I think most of the people are answering here A only, right? Correct. A is the correct answer, right? अब अगर मैं इस पर्टिकुलर इनिशिएटिव की बात करूँ या फिर अगर मैं आदिवानी की बात करूँ, सो एज स्पेसिफिकली आस्क्ड बाय दिग्विजय हियर, सो 13 लैंग्वेजेस दिग्विजय मैंने पहले ही बताया कि भाषणी जो है अभी करंटली सपोर्ट कर रहा है, बट जो 22 हमारी इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस है वो उसको एक्सपैंड करेगा. मतलब अभी के लिए 13 सपोर्ट कर रहा है, बट इन द कमिंग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम इट विल बी सपोर्टिंग 22 इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस ऑल्सो, राइट? अलॉन्ग विद दैट बेटा वर्जन है दैट सपोर्ट्स संताली, भिली, मुंदरी एंड गोंडी लैंग्वेज. ऑफकोर्स जो 461 हमारी ट्राइबल लैंग्वेजेस है कॉम्प्रीहेंसिवली अभी के लिए जो है वो कवर नहीं कर रहा है. And Q and Garo is the next phase. Next phase mein it is going to cover them also. And when it comes on to Bhili and Gondi, they are not endangered here. Of course, we are having some languages which are endangered, but these are specifically not endangered, right? Next question says Bharti Initiative is a new program which supports agri-food startup, right? Bharti Initiative. अगर तुम्हें क्वेश्चन में पूछा जाए या फिर अगर आपको क्वेश्चन में स्पेसिफिकली ये ना दिया जाए कि सपोर्ट्स एग्री लाइक फूड स्टार्टअप, राइट? और इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ इनिशिएटिव विच इज ऑफ कोर्स स्पेसिफिकली फॉर अ काइंड ऑफ नॉन फार्म एक्टिविटी या फिर जो हमारा प्रॉपरली जो हमारा एग्री फूड है उसको सपोर्ट कर रहा है, राइट? तो आपको ये याद रखना है कि जो भारतीय इनिशिएटिव है हम इसमें किसकी बात करते हैं? हम प्रोसेस्ड फूड की बात करते हैं. वी हियर टॉक अबाउट एग्री फूड स्टार्टअप्स एंड वी वांट टू गिव इट अ एक्सपोर्ट मार्केट एज अ कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव मार्केट एज वेल, राइट? नाउ यू पीपल टेल मी दैट भारती की रिगार्डिंग जितने भी यहाँ पे स्टेटमेंट्स है, which one is the correct statement here? The initiative was launched by APEDA under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. It was inaugurated in New Delhi in September 2025. It exclusively focuses on livestock products. The initiative aims to support 100 of the agri-food and agri-tech startup. The initiative targets $100 billion in exports by 2030. Now tell me, which one is the correct answer? Is it 1, 2, 4 only, 2, 3, 5 only, 1, 3, 4? Is it 1, 2, 4, 5? Is it 1, 3, 5? Which one is the correct answer? All right, so I think most of the people are answering here again A. All right, correct. So A is the correct answer because you can clearly see it was launched by APEDA and Ministry of Commerce and Industry, that is for sure, right? It is inaugurated in this date also. हो सकता है कि इस डेट के ऊपर क्वेश्चन जो है वो नहीं पूछा जाए, बट हो सकता है वो कोई और स्टेटमेंट पूछ ले, बिकॉज दिस इज वेरी सिंपल टू आंसर, राइट? सो पेपर के एस्पेक्ट से इफ यू वांट टू मिस इट आउट, यू वांट टू यू कैन अलोंग विद दैट, राइट? अब बट उसके साथ साथ अगर मैं यहाँ पे थर्ड स्टेटमेंट की बात करूँ, तो उन्होंने यहाँ पे क्या बोला है कि जो पर्टिकुलर इनिशिएटिव है वो एक्सक्लूसिवली किसके ऊपर फोकस कर रहा है, दैट इज ऑन लाइव स्टॉक प्रोडक्ट्स ओनली, बट द आंसर इज कंप्लीटली रॉन्ग। हियर वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन एग्री स्टार्टअप, एग्री फूड स्टार्टअप बेसिकली। तो यहाँ पे मेरे पास जितने भी जीआई टैग प्रोडक्ट्स होंगे, जितने भी मेरे पास बेसिकली जो मेरे पास स्पेशल प्रोडक्ट्स होंगे विच ऑल डील्स विद द फूड्स ओनली, सुपर फूड्स हो गए, जो स्पेशल प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं, ऑर्गेनिक फूड हो गए, जैसे ऑर्गेनिक घी हो गया, राइट? उसका कुछ अलग ही सिग्निफिकेंस है। तो ये जो पर्टिकुलर इनिशिएटिव है बेसिकली उसको एक्सपोर्ट करता है, उसको सपोर्ट करता है। Third one is also incorrect here because this is $100 billion and not 100. Like this is $50 billion and not 100, right? Next question says, which of the following sectors are included in the Samarth Incubation Program Cohort 2? Is it artificial, UAV, cybersecurity, LIFI, blockchain? Is it biotechnology, nanotechnology, renewable energy? Is it textile, manufacturing, food processing and agriculture? Is it pharmaceuticals, education, technology, logistics? If it's oil and gas, mining and automotive? Which one is the one? Again, high chance a question can be asked from this particular initiative. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Shraddha, Abhishek, Digvijay, John, Vedant, Satyarth. Which one is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Come on. All right. Do you want to answer this question? Good, Satyarth. So A is the correct answer here because when I talk about समर्थ में मैंने पहले भी बताया था कि समर्थ all means capability, right? कैपेबिलिटी की अगर मैं यहाँ पे बात करूं तो यहाँ पे स्पेसिफिकली किसको फोकस कर रहा है, हमारे फ्यूचरिस्टिक स्किल्स को, चाहे वो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस हो गया, साइबर सिक्योरिटी हो गया, ब्लॉकचेन हो गया, बिकॉज इट फोकसेस ऑन दीज मेनी टेक्नोलॉजीज। दीज टेक्नोलॉजीज आर कंसिडर्ड एज व्हाट, दैट इज कटिंग एज टेक्नोलॉजीज हियर। नो, वी आर हियर स्पेसिफिकली फोकसिंग ऑन दी फ्यूचरिस्टिक टेक्नोलॉजीज, जो कि मैंने आपको बताया था समर्थ से, यू कैन जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड इट, राइट? So it is having high potential for innovation and export competition here, and other options which refers to the sectors, they are out of the scope because I've already told you, because when it comes on to Samarth, तो यहाँ पे मैंने capability से आपको बोला था कि आप capability से क्या कर सकते हो, you people can remember it. Capability मेरी कैसे increase होगी अगर मैं futuristic skills के ऊपर ध्यान दूंगी। So if you people have attended my lectures regularly, तो इसी तरीके से मैंने आपको बोला था कि आप इस तरीके से जो आंसर है उसको याद रख सकते हो, right? All right. So which of the following statements regarding co-location of Anganwadi sectors, AWCs, with the schools is correct? The guidelines were launched jointly by the Minister Dharmendra Pradhan and Annapurna Devi. The primary focus is to provide standalone Anganwadi centers in rural areas only. The guidelines aim to create joyful learning environments and enhance retention at the primary level. Retention with Nipun Bharat mission. Poshan bhi, padhai bhi is encouraged. They mandate all of the Anganwadi centers must operate within the school premises. Which one is the one? Which one is the one? Come on, be very quick. Is it A, B, C, D, E? I'm here talking about what that is regarding the co-location of Anganwadi sectors. If I here talk about co-location, so this becomes very... Satyat says A, that is 1, 3 and 4. That is the reason I told you. If I'm talking here about the co-location, so this statement becomes doubtful. A. All right. So A is the correct answer, which I've already told you, right? अगर यहाँ पे हम co-location की बात कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब that I have to ensure that the entire focus is on every place, right? अगर आंगनवाड़ी सेक्टर्स की अगर मैं बात करूँ तो वो कहीं ना कहीं जो है ह्यूमन पार्टिसिपेशन में भी हेल्प करते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो न्यूट्रिशन को इंक्रीज करने में भी हेल्प करते हैं, एंड इट शुड बी देयर इन ईच एंड एवरी सेक्टर, बिकॉज हियर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट को-लोकेशन। सो अगर बिल्कुल भी अंडरस्टैंडिंग भी नहीं है, बट को-लोकेशन वर्ड से कैन entirely see that statement second is the incorrect one. Along with that, fifth statement say that co-location is feasible. This statement completely say that they are mandated that all of the AWCs must operate within the school premises only. But based on the co-location part, this also becomes the incorrect one. All right. So next, rest of the statements are all correct. Next is also on the AWCs only within the school. You have to tell me that which one is the correct option here. The guidelines encourage use of teaching learning material, that is Jadvi Pitara, E Jadvi Pitara, and other Shishila. They are aligned with the National Curriculum Framework for the Foundational Stage 2022 and National Education Policy 2020. The Anganwadi centers are required to implement a separate curriculum independently of these primary school learning. Guidelines promote a community and parental engagement in ECCE. Co-located AWCs focus mainly on nutrition and health. Now tell me, which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Alright, so again, most of the people are answering A only. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right, so again A is the correct answer here. So we have already covered in our PIB session. अगर मैं यहाँ पे third statement की बात करूँ, if you are able to see, so they say that they are required to implement a separate kind of curriculum which is independent of primary school learning, but it's completely says we have to link it with the primary school learning. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें उससे एकदम ही unlink कर देना है, right? And the fifth statement is also incorrect because it completely says that it is co-located. The focus is entirely on the nutrition and health. It is mainly on nutrition and health. But before I started with this particular question, I already told you when I talk about Anganwadi centers, so यहाँ पे education भी important role play करती है, economic participation, women participation भी economy में ensure होता है, और जो nutrition है that is of course one of the important part of it. So it focuses on the foundation literacy and numeracy and overall the entire system as well, but not specifically on the nutrition. Nutrition is one of the important part of it, right? What is the duration of Agnikar 2025 campaign? Is it 4th September to 31st of October, 1st August till 30th of September, 17th September till 27th of September, 16th October till 31st of October, या फिर 1st September till 15th of October? Correct. Which one is the correct answer? Come on, be very quick. Which one is the correct answer? Again, A. 14th ka C. All right. So A is the correct answer, right? When I talk about this particular initiative, always just remember. All right. So everyone has given me the correct answer. Good. So Agnikar 2025 कैंपेन बेसिकली अगर मैं इसके बारे में बात करूं, तो इसका जो मेन बेसिकली एम है वो क्या है? हाउसिंग फॉर ऑल जो हमारा इनिशिएटिव है दैट इज आवास योजना 2.0, राइट? अर्बन 2.0, इसका अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करना, क्योंकि अगर मैं यहाँ पे ना, दिस इज नॉट स्पेसिफिकली विद द आवास आवास योजना अर्बन 2.0 ओनली, बट दिस इज विद मोस्ट ऑफ द इनिशिएटिव्स. I told you while I was covering this in my PIB, I told you कि बहुत सारे जो हमारे इंडिविजुअल्स हैं, चाहे वो MSME सेक्टर हो, चाहे वो कोई और सेक्टर हो, बहुत सारे जो इंडिविजुअल्स हैं, दे आर नॉट अवेयर दैट व्हाट इज द इनिशिएटिव फॉर देम, राइट? सो जस्ट टू एक्सपैंड द इनिशिएटिव अलॉन्ग विद दैट, if I have to ensure last mile delivery of the initiative, I have to ensure that each and every individual get the benefit of that. उसके लिए awareness create करना बहुत ज़्यादा important है. So the correct answer here is A, that is 4th of September से लेके 31st of October तक, right? Next question is again on Agnikar 2025 campaign only. This clearly says that it accelerates the verification of Awas Yojana urban application and speed up the house completion. New launch standalone Anganwadi centers in urban schools. Launch of new standalone Anganwadi centers. It is going to promote the tribal language translation tools, support 100 agri-food startups effort to provide skill development here. Now, even if you do not have any idea about it, तभी you people will be able to answer this question. Correct. आपको basically information किसके बारे में होना चाहिए? अंगीकार के बारे में जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है वो होना चाहिए, राइट? अंगीकार बेसिकली किसके ऊपर फोकस कर रहा है? दैट इज स्पेसिफिकली टू एक्सपैंड दिस पर्टिकुलर इनिशिएटिव दैट इज आवास योजना अर्बन 2.0. अब इसका एक्सपेंशन इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है? ताकि जो लोग हैं इसके बारे में अवेयर हो, उसके साथ साथ जो लास्ट माइल डिलीवरी है उसको इंश्योर करा जाए, राइट? जो लास्ट माइल डिलीवरी है उसको इंश्योर करा जाए. सो दिस इज ऑल इज माय टारगेट. सो अगेन ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर हियर. गुड. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन सेज आवास योजना अर्बन 2.0. हियर स्पेसिफिकली दे फोकस्ड ऑन आवास योजना ओनली, राइट? सो 2.0 की बात नहीं करी है, आवास की बात करी है. दिवस इज सेलिब्रेटेड इन 2025. सो व्हाट इज द डेट हियर? 4 सितंबर, 17 सितंबर, 27 सितंबर, 16 अक्टूबर या फिर 31 अक्टूबर? वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. Which one is the exact answer here? Again A. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Correct. So यहाँ पे 17th September 2025 becomes the correct answer here. So that is something which is the most important one to consider. Correct. Next question says Adi Sanskriti. Adi Sanskriti. आदि संस्कृति. अब आदि संस्कृति में हमने बेसिकली किसके बारे में फोकस करा गया था? आदि संस्कृति में हमने जो है वो फोकस करा था. दिस इज अगेन फॉर द ट्राइबल कम्युनिटीज ओनली, राइट? दिस इज अगेन फॉर होम? दैट इज ट्राइबल कम्युनिटीज ओनली. आदि संस्कृति स्पेसिफिकली मीन्स कि जो भी उनका कल्चर है उसको प्रोटेक्ट करके रखना इज आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी स्पेसिफिकली ऑफ आवर ट्राइबल कम्युनिटीज. सो आदि संस्कृति इंटीग्रेट्स व्हाट विद व्हाट? दैट इज एजुकेशन, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, मार्केट प्लेस फीचर्स टू क्रिएट अ कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर ट्राइबल art and culture. Which of the following is not at all a component of Adi Sanskriti here? Is it Vishwavidyalay, Sampada, Hath, Krishi, या फिर all of the above other components of the Adi Sanskriti here? Okay, so I think most of the people are answering here E. Okay. Are you very sure about it? All are included. Are you very sure about it? which is not a component of Adi Sanskriti? All right. So fourth one is the correct answer. Like fourth one is the incorrect one here because it talks about Adi Krishi, right? It talks about Adi Krishi. हम यहाँ पे बेसिकली फोकस किसके ऊपर कर रहे हैं? यहाँ पे जो मेरा फोकस है वो आदि संस्कृति के ऊपर है. अब यहाँ पे जो लोकल आर्टिसंस हैं उनकी जो भी कल्चर है, फिर जो भी वो प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, फिर जो उनकी लोकल मार्केट है, इफ देयर इज एनी ऑफ द स्पेसिफिक थिंग व्हिच इज वेरी फेमस देयर, उसको प्रमोट करना, लोकल मार्केट को प्रमोट करना आदि संस्कृति का पार्ट बनेगा. संपदा, जहां पे मैं सोशियो कल्चरल रिपोजिटरी की बात करती हूँ, इट इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ इट. When I talk about Vishwavidyalayas, they are also part of it because they talk about art academy, right? But when I talk about Adi Krishi, तो यहाँ पे मैं agriculture marketplace की बात कर रही हूँ, which is very comprehensive in nature. This specifically never talks about संस्कृति only, but संस्कृति यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा specific है, क्योंकि संस्कृति में basically किसके ऊपर बात कर रही हूँ? जो भी उनका art है, जो भी उनका culture है, जो भी उनकी जो उनकी beauty है, उसको protect करके रखना, उसको promote करना. It means आदि हाथ, आदि संपदा, आदि विश्वविद्यालय is going to be part of it. But यहाँ पे agriculture जो market places है ना, this is something which is a very comprehensive in nature, right? So this is not at all part of it. So incorrect यहाँ पे answer क्या होता है? That is, which is not a component of it, that is Adi Krishi only, right? So just remember that. Next question says, in September 2025, Union Defense Minister Rajnath Singh virtually flagged off Samudra Pradakshina, the world's first tri-service all-women, the Sigini expedition here from the Gateway of India, Mumbai. Now, you people need to tell me what is the name of the vessel here for the Samudra Dakshina expedition here. Is it Sagar, Sagar Davani? Is it Triveni? Is it Tarini, Jyoti, or fir Ganga? Which one is the one? This is all related to defense sector. All right, Vedant says B. Okay, correct. Tarini. All right. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Correct. So B is the correct answer, right? And here is a full information about it. You can clearly see when I talk about this INASV Triveni, this completely set is going to cover what? That is 21,600 nautical miles with the port calls at Australia, New Zealand and Canada as well as South Africa also, right? So they can ask you a kind of information, they can ask you a kind of question in another way also. So this information, entire information becomes the most important one. Next question says, now this is something which is all related to Road to India AI Impact Summit 2026. NITI Aayog launched two major initiatives which aimed at accelerating AI adoption and showcasing what? That is frontier technology uses cases in India. Now, which of the following statements are the correct answer, or maybe are the correct statements related to that? The AI for Viksit Bharat roadmap focuses on promoting AI adoption only in the healthcare sector. The Frontier Tech Repository showcases the impact stories from sectors including maybe agricultural sector, education, healthcare and national security is part of it. The Frontier 50 initiative supports 100 aspirational districts in deploying what AI-based solutions. The AI roadmap discourages generative AI in research to avoid ethical concerns. Or in the initial stages, the Frontier Tech Repository is limited to documenting AI startups in Delhi NCR only. Very simple to answer. B, okay. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right, so B is the correct answer, because when I talk about this Frontier Tech, this Frontier Tech one, so this entirely talks about what? That is, use of AI in each and every sector. Use of AI in most of the sectors here. ना कि अकेला हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर में है, ना तो अकेला एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर में है, बट हियर वी टॉक अबाउट वी हियर टॉक अबाउट इट इन अ वेरी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव मैनर. एग्रीकल्चर इज पार्ट ऑफ इट, एजुकेशन पार्ट ऑफ इट, हेल्थ केयर पार्ट ऑफ इट, एंड इन नेशनल सिक्योरिटी ऑल्सो वी आर टेकिंग इनटू कंसिडरेशन. अगर मैं यहाँ पे एआई की बात करूँ, सो रीसेंट एग्जाम्पल इज चाइना ओनली, जहाँ पे इन्होंने जो शो केस करा था अपने मिलिट्री इक्विपमेंट्स को, सो वहां पे इन्होंने क्या शो केस करा था कि हम एआई का यूज बेसिकली किसमें कर रहे हैं? हमारी नेशनल सिक्योरिटी में, विच फॉर नाउ US like countries are also just avoiding that. All right, next question says, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Make in India initiative, Union Minister Piyush Goyal has launched 6 new initiatives which aimed at improving what? That is India's logistic, industrial infrastructure and trade facilitation. Now, which of the following initiative focuses on evaluating the logistics performance of state as well as union territories here? The Logistic Bank 2.0, LDB 2.0. Is it Logistic Ease across different states 2025, Industrial Parking Rating System 2023.0, Assessment of Logistics Cost Report? Is it Guidebook on Harmonized the System of Nomenclature Code Mapping? Which one is the one? B? Are you very sure about it? Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right, good. So B is the correct answer. So when I talk about LEADS 2025, it evaluates the logistic performance and across various of the states as well as UTs here, which is getting done by what? That is using corridor assessment, journey times and waiting periods are also part of it, right? So other initiatives are also like other initiatives. I've just talked about the other initiatives as well, so you can just see from there. The Ministry of Tribal Affairs launched what? That is Adi Yuva Fellowship, Adi Karma Yogi volunteer program under what? That is Adi Karma Yogi Abhiyan, right? And I've told you many a times, जब भी मैं Adi Karma Yogi की बात करूंगी, if you people get a question in phase 2 related to tribal communities, so you need to mention these many objectives which has been written here, right? So you have to tell me which of the organization collaborated with tribal affairs to support these initiatives. Is it UN India, World Bank, Asia Development Bank, UNESCO या फिर UNICEF? Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it United Nations in India, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, UNESCO या फिर UNICEF? 21st. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Anyone here who wants to answer this question? Anyone here who wants to answer this question? All right. So A is the one where it completely says that in collaboration with UN India, this particular initiative has taken place, right? Which is what? That is Adi Karma Yogi Volunteers Program. और अगर मैं यहाँ पे आदि कर्मी योगी की बात करूँ, so basically यहाँ पे क्या इंश्योर करा जाता है कि जो भी इनिशिएटिव है without expecting anything in return, I'm just continuously giving the benefits, right? And that too without expecting anything in return, that too timely. Okay, so that is what is Adi Karma Yogi here. Next question says what is the main purpose of Maitri 2.0? और हमने Maitri PIB में भी करा था, अगर आपको याद होगा. This talks about bringing relationship in two of the countries here, India, Brazil, right? So it was launched by the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, ICAR here. So to provide short-term loan to Indian farmers under this partnership, is this an agreement related to that? To foster collaboration in agriculture, innovation and technology, to export Indian millets to Brazil, to establish Indian Agriculture University in Brazil, effort to conduct online workshops on agriculture. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? 22nd. Which one is the correct answer of 22nd question? All right. To foster collaboration in agriculture, innovation and technology. All right. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Okay. So when we were discussing it in our PIB, तो मैंने तुम्हें पहले ही बता दिया था कि ये जो पर्टिकुलर मैत्री है, मैत्री का मीनिंग क्या होगा? फ्रेंडशिप होगा, राइट? मैत्री का मीनिंग क्या होगा? फ्रेंडशिप होगा. किसके बीच में फ्रेंडशिप है? ब्राजील और इंडिया के बीच में जो फ्रेंडशिप है, हम उसको सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, राइट? अब उसके लिए किस तरीके से सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं? हमारे एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर को और ज्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी से ज्यादा, जो हमारी जो एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर है उसको टेक्नोलॉजी के थ्रू और ज्यादा बूस्ट करने के साथ साथ, राइट? हमारा जो टेक्नोलॉजी है, फिर अगर मैं स्पेसिफिकली एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर की बात करूं, उसके थ्रू जो है हम अपने रिलेशंस को डीपन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. सो ऑफ कोर्स सेकंड इज द करेक्ट आंसर हियर, वेयर वी आर टॉकिंग टू बूस्ट अबाउट, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट बूस्टिंग आवर एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर थ्रू द मींस ऑफ व्हाट? दैट इज बेस्ट ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी. सो इट इज अ डिजाइन इन अ प्रोसेस, लाइक इट इज डिजाइन इन अ वे वेयर इट्स अ two-way learning platform for the innovators from India as well as Brazil also, that is aiming at what? Co-creation, knowledge exchange, joint innovation in agriculture as well as technology also, right? So this is what is the exact answer here. Next question says, अच्छा अब यहाँ पे जो हमारा थर्ड ऑप्शन है, फोर्थ ऑप्शन है, ये भी जो है ब्राजील के साथ वी आर डीलिंग विद, राइट? बट दे आर ट्राइंग टू बी वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स, दे आर ट्राइंग टू बी वेरी स्पेसिफिक इन नेचर. हमारा जो मेन इनिशिएटिव है वो बेसिकली है क्या? जो मेन एम है वो एग्रीकल्चरल बूस्ट, जो हमारा एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर है उसके अंदर बूस्ट लाने की बात जो है हम यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं. सो इन सितंबर 2025 यूनियन मिनिस्टर निर्मला सीतारमन जी, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस, लॉन्च व्हाट? दैट इज GST एंड टैक्स एपेलेट, लाइक GST एपेलेट ट्रिब्यूनल. अब मैंने ये पहले भी बताया था कि जो हमारा GST है, फिर अगर मैं GST एपेलेट ट्रिब्यूनल की बात करूँ, ये क्या इंश्योर करता है कि जो बेनिफिट है वो कंज्यूमर्स तक पहुंचेगा, राइट? जो बेनिफिट है वो कंज्यूमर्स तक पहुंचेगा. बट बिफोर दैट व्हाट वाज सेड बाय आवर मिनिस्टर पीयूष गोयल जी कि दैट प्रोड्यूसर्स हैव प्रॉमिस्ड मी कि दे विल इंश्योर दैट द बेनिफिट विल बी प्रोड्यूस, लाइक द बेनिफिट विल बी ट्रांसफर टू द कंज्यूमर. बट व्हाट इफ अगर हमारे कंज्यूमर्स को बेनिफिट ही ना मिले? व्हाट इफ अगर हम लोगों को कोई बेनिफिट ही ना मिले? तो हमारे पास कुछ ऐसा अथॉरिटी होना चाहिए, हमारे पास कुछ ऐसा एपेलेट ट्रिब्यूनल होना चाहिए जहां पे जाके हम कंप्लेन जो है वो फाइल कर सके, राइट? एंड विल ऑल्सो इंश्योर कि जो कोर्ट केसेस है उससे एक हटके कुछ मेथड है जहां पे जो कोर्ट केसेस का जो बर्डन है वो ज्यादा इंक्रीज ना हो, बल्कि क्या हो कि जो टाइमली सोल्यूशन है बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स का वो दिया जाए. नाउ यू पीपल टेल मी दैट अंडर विच सेक्शन दिस पर्टिकुलर GST इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड? सेक्शन 101, 109, 115, 120 या फिर 127? All right, so I think most of the people have also already answered me the question. So again, second, as in B is the correct answer here. That is section 109, right? And this is also something which we already talked about in our PIB session, right? All right. Next question says, which of the following statements about National Green Hydrogen Mission is incorrect here? The mission targets what? That is producing 5 million metric tons of green hydrogen annually by 2030. This particular mission plans to add what 125 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity to support hydrogen production. India has launched its first port-based green hydrogen pilot project at Kandla, Gujarat. It is dedicated. Hydrogen hubs are being developed in Kandla, Gujarat, Paradeep, this Odisha, and Tuticorin, Tamil Nadu. The government of India approved this particular mission in January 2023 with a financial outlay of what? That is 19,744 crores. Now tell me, which one is the correct answer? Sangam, this is of September month only, right? This is of September month only, और हमने GA question specifically September month के भी ले लिए थे. So I think you have missed it out. You can just go and see that particular lecture. अब इसके बाद जो हमारा 100 PIB है, soon we'll cover that as well, right? Okay. So anyone here who wants to answer this question? All right, so I think most of the people have already answered it. So of course, C is the correct answer here because it talks about, C contains, C specifically says the kind of incorrect one. India has launched what? Its first port-based green hydrogen pilot project at Kandla, Gujarat, right? C is the correct answer, Arunad. All right, so this completely says कि जो हमारा first port-based जो green hydrogen project था, that was launched in Dimbram port, that is in Tamil Nadu, and that is not at all in Karnataka, in this Kandla, Gujarat. So that is what is the incorrect one. Otherwise, the rest of the statements are all correct. So which one is the incorrect? That is C. Next question is about Citizen Amendment Act 2019, that is on CEA only. So in September 2025, the Ministry of Home Affairs extended the cutoff date for applying under CAA 2019. What is the new cutoff date for the entry into India? Is it December 31st, 2019, 22, 24, 25, 2014? And they can ask you in another way also. कहाँ से लेके कहाँ तक जो है वो extend करी गई है. Alright, so I think people are very sure about it. Alright, so C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. That is 2024, right? So people can clearly, see here that when it comes on to this particular CAA registration, prior जो हमारे पास मैंने क्या बोला है कि जो हमारा prior date है, they can ask you about that also. So 2014 से लेके it has been now transferred to 2024. So that is what is important here, right? Next question says, in August 2025 only, the Standing Committee of this National Board of this for Wildlife approved the integration of certain forest ranges from South 24 Parganas into this South this Sundarbans Tiger Reserve. Which of the following is not at all one of the forest ranges which has been approved for the integration here? Is it Matla? Is it Rayadigi? Is it Ram Ganga? Is it Jaldapara? Is it all of the above? Satyat says C. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Anyone here who wants to answer this question? Okay, Shraddha also says C. Anyone else? Alright, so यहाँ पे D is the correct answer. You need to remember that, right? Because when it comes on to the D option here, that is Jaldapara, and they've specifically asked you about it, right? You can clearly see that when it comes on to this particular one, so it has approved the integration of Matla, of course Raidigi and Ramganga as part of it, which ranges into Sundarbans Tiger Reserve. It has increased the total area to this 3,629.57 square kilometer, making it the second largest tiger reserve after Nagarjuna Sagar, Sri Salem, this TR in the Andhra Pradesh. So that is what is the correct answer. Next question says, this is all about the National Apprenticeship Program Promotion Scheme, and we have already done that in our PIB sessions also. Now people have to tell me what is the new stipend range for the apprenticeship under this particular apprenticeship trainee scheme. Is it 5,000 से लेके 9,000 तक, 6,800 से लेके 12,300 तक, 7,500 से लेके 11,000 तक, 6,000 से लेके 10,000 तक, या फिर 7,000 से लेके 13,000 तक? Which one is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Come on, be very quick. Is it A, B, C, D, E? Anyone here who wants to answer this question? Abhishek says 2. All right, good. So B is the correct answer here. Now it has been now it has been increased, right? And what is the amount here? That is 6,800 से लेके 12,300 तक, right? rest of the information is all same. अच्छा, they can ask you about the previous also. So previous में याद रखना कि 5,000 से लेके 9,000 के बीच में होता था. Now it has been increased to 6,800 से लेके 12,300 तक. So this is what you people need to remember. And this is what, this is not at all income, this is stipend. Okay. Next question says, National Logistics Policy of India has set specific targets here to improve country's logistic ecosystem. Now, you people need to tell me that what are the following official targets of NLP, that is National Logistic Policy. Reduce the cost of logistic in India and improve the Logistic Performance Index ranking to be among the top 25 by 2030. 25 countries, among 100 privatization of all inland container depots, and eliminate the rail freight operations, create a data-driven decision support mechanism for an efficient this logistic ecosystem, both A and C, or all of the above. All right. So I think most of you people have already answered me D. That is the correct one. So reducing logistics is one of the part of it. Improving India's logistic index ranking is also one of the part of it. Creating a data-driven decision support mechanism is also one of the part of it. So A and C is the correct one. Next question says, what is the main goal of Goldman Sachs in this 10,000 women initiative in India by 2033? Graduate 10,000 women entrepreneurs, train 1,000 women teachers to provide a loan to 10,000 small businesses here, set up 10,000 women-run companies, 10,000 scholarship to female students here. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C? Nikhil, is it A or C? What is this D, C and A, C? A or D? Okay. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Satyas also says D. Okay. So to graduate 10,000 women entrepreneurs is the exact answer here, right? So you can clearly see that the A is the correct answer here. So to graduate what? That is 10,000 of the women entrepreneurs. So the initiative is specifically to expand what? That is, we have to expand the participants here, which are specifically part of it. And that is what is the correct answer, right? Next question says, under Make in India 2.0 initiative, how many sectors are currently being focused on combining both manufacturing and services sector? Is it 25, 27, 30, 32, or 28? Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Aditya says 27. Okay. And you people can get a question on the targets have been revised, okay? A kind of extension has been made here. Alright, good. So यहाँ पे 27 sectors are the one which are part of it. So the Department of Promotion and Industry and Internal Trade here, which is DPIIT, which coordinates the action plan for manufacturing sectors, while the Department of Commerce coordinates with what? That is services sector also. Now these 27 sectors include the major industries, which includes aerospace, automotive is part of it, pharmaceuticals part of it, biotechnology, IT हो गया, IT enabled services हो गया, tourism, transport वगैरह, all other part of it, right? Next question says, in September 2025, which state became the first in India to issue identification cards, that is ID cards, to women self-help group members? Is it Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, or Maharashtra? Very simple to answer. Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Which state is the one who have issued ID cards? Okay, Tamil Nadu. Anyone else? All right. So Tamil Nadu is the exact answer here, right? Good. Okay. So when it comes on to the self-help groups here, so you people need to remember कि जो ID card का जो distribution है वो करा गया है, and loan also has been distributed, that is worth of what? That is 3,500 crore. So they can ask you one question on this also, right? So यहाँ पे एक question से दो question जो है I've made ready for all of you here. So loan is also one of the important part of it, and ID cards is also one of the important part of it, and of course Tamil Nadu जो है वो सबसे ज़्यादा important है. Next question says, the Ayushman Bharat scheme, whose 7th anniversary was marked on 23rd of September 2025, consists of health and wellness centers and the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana as well. Which of the following statements regarding this health and wellness centers is incorrect? Remember, I've here asked about incorrect statement. This health and wellness centers are created by transforming existing sub-centers in primary health centers to provide comprehensive primary health care. The first HWC was launched at Jangla, Bijapur, Chhattisgarh on 14th of April 2018. This health and wellness centers provide a coverage of up to 5 lakh per family per year for the secondary as well as tertiary care hospitalization. This health and wellness centers are designed to ensure equity, universality as well as wider access of the communities. Ayushman Bharat aims to do what is that that is to establish 1,50,000 health and wellness centers across India. Which one is the incorrect one? Incorrect one here. Third. Okay. Okay. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right. So यहाँ पे this is the incorrect one because here we talk about the comprehensive initiative and not specifically health and wellness center. So ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा minor सा फर्क था. Otherwise, the rest of the statements are all correct, right? Here, it talks about health and wellness centers. But when I talk about the entire initiative, it is something which is very, very comprehensive in nature. So, Shraddha, इसमें कुछ भी skip करने वाला नहीं था, सिर्फ यही जो था ये problematic था. Otherwise, if you talk about the entire statement is correct. But with respect to this health and wellness center, that is not correct, right? Alright, next question says, under Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana now, which of the following is not at all feature of the scheme? It covers 3 days of pre-hospitalization and 15 days of post-hospitalization expenses, including diagnostics and medicines also. It provides cashless health care services at a point of services only. Only families which are within, like, with up to 4 members are eligible for coverage here. All pre-existing medical conditions are covered from day 1. Funding is shared between the central and the state government. It means they're indirectly saying that it is a central sponsored scheme. Alright, so which one is the incorrect one? Like, which one is not at all the feature of it? Okay, so you people are saying C. Alright, so C is the incorrect answer here, right? So this completely says कि यहाँ पे अगर मैं 4 members की बात करूँ, so you people already know about it, कि अगर मैं इस particular initiative की भी बात करूँ, so कोई भी family size नहीं है, हाँ, amount has been ensured here, but no family size, gender is not at all, exactly, no cap or family members, so that is what is the incorrect one. Good. So in September 2024, the government of India expanded Ayushman Bharat Jan Arogya Yojana to include all of the senior citizens that are aged 70 and above. Which of the following statement is incorrect about that? Senior citizens aged 70 and above received a dedicated Ayushman Vyay Vandana card. To access healthcare benefits, this expansion provides free health insurance coverage that is specifically up to 5 lakh per family for all of the senior citizens here. The 5 lakh coverage for senior citizens is to be shared with family members that is below 70 years. The senior citizens covered under the other public health insurance can choose to continue with the existing scheme, not to opt for this particular scheme. And or opt for this particular, there is a one option only. So pre-health, like private health insurance, or maybe ESIC holders are also eligible to benefit under this particular expansion. Which one is the one? No need to share. Okay. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, good. So C is the incorrect answer here. Otherwise, rest of the statements are all correct. Good. So as of July 2025, how many UNESCO World Heritage Sites does India have officially inscribed? Is it 42, 44, 46, 48 or 50? Anyone else? Anyone here who wants to answer this question? 44, okay. Alright, good. So 44 is the correct answer. That is, it has been officially inscribed in UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The total sites, they can ask you about the total sites as well, which includes India's tentative list now standards for, that is 69, okay, including 49 cultural, 3 mixed and 17 national category sites, right? So they can ask you in another way also. So this explanation is the most important one here, right? Next question says BBNG agreement, formerly called as what agreement under the United Nations Convention on the Law of Sea on the conservation and sustainable use of marine biological diversity of areas beyond national jurisdiction, secured the minimum requirement ratification in September 2025. Which country became the 60th to rectify the statement, to rectify the treaty, enabling it to enter into force in January 2026? Is it India, Morocco? Is it Sierra Leone? Is it Australia or Japan? All right. So Aditya says Morocco. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Okay. So almost all of the people have answered me Morocco only. Good. So B is the correct answer, right? No, I don't think I need to explain anything apart from that. Alright, good. Everyone has given me the correct answer. Next question says, where was 25th meeting of Council of Heads of State of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, that is SCO, attended by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji held? Was it Astana, Kazakhstan? Is it Dushanbe, Tajikistan, Tianjin, China? Is it Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan? Ya fir is it Tashkent, Uzbekistan? Tianjin, okay. Tianjin, okay. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Okay, so it seems that people are super sure about it. All right, good. So C is the correct answer here. Again, I'm not at all giving you the entire information about it. Rest of statements are all correct, right? Next question says, consider the following statements, that is all regarding to RBI 2025 direction on payment aggregators, that is PAs, and payment gateways only. So the non-payment, like non-bank Paytm aggregators must maintain a kind of minimum net worth of 15 crores at the time of the application, which must not be increased to 25 crore by the end of the third financial year. Banks offering payment aggregator services as part of their regular banking operation must obtain a separate RBI authorization under this Payment and Settlement System Act 2007. Payment aggregators must ensure the merchant's infrastructure complies with PCI DSS and PADSS standards and undergo an annual in the cybersecurity audit through cert in impaneled auditors. Is it the payment aggregators, like payment gateways specifically, are directly regulated in terms of what? That is, in terms of funds management and dispute resolution, similar to the payment aggregators only. Escrow accounts maintained by non-bank payment aggregators can be used for authorized PA accounts, like PA businesses, and other business activities simultaneously as well. Which one is the correct statement? Alright, so that says E and Aditya says B. 1 and 3 are correct. Alright, good. So B is the correct answer, which is 1 and 3 are correct. If I talk about statement second, so banks are offering PA services as a part of the regular services only and exempt from the separate of the authorization, right? And when I talk about the fifth statement here, so they are all, when I talk about the escrow account, so they are only used for what? That is authorized PA businesses only, not for the other activities as well. The next question says, which of the following statements regarding Reserve Bank of India's new regulatory review scheme is correct? Is it regulatory review cell will revisit each regulation once every 3 years? The services, the advisory group on regulation, that is AGR, will act as a nodal authority for the enforcement of RBI regulations here. The RRC has been set up under the Department of Regulation and will start functioning from October 1st, 2025. AGR has a fixed tenure of 5 years without any possibility of extension, and the RRC will directly replace the functions of the existing Department of Supervision. Which one is the correct answer? Alright. Okay, so I think most of the people here are answering C only. Good. So C is the correct answer, right? So here is the rest of the information in front of you. You can just go through that. Next question says, regarding the advisory group on regulations established by RBI, which of the following is incorrect in nature? AGR will strengthen stakeholder engagement and channel industry feedback. AGR has an this initial tenure of 3 years and extendable by 2 more years. AGR can co-opt this additional expert if required, will oversee day-to-day functioning of the RBI, functions independently from the regulatory review cell. Come on, be very quick. Which one is the correct answer? 40th ka D. Alright, so D is the correct answer. Good. So AGR will oversee the day-to-day functioning of the RBI, and that is how it is going to strengthen the entire functioning of the RBI as well, right? Next question says, regarding the RBI direction for cross-border payment, digital payment transactions here, which of the following statement is incorrect to consider? CNP, which is card not present, cross-border transactions must flow risk-based authentication by October 1st, 2026. Along with that, it says that all cross-border digital payment transactions will be subject to mandatory 2FA. Issuer may apply contextual and behavioral checks for an additional security, and cross-border transactions are primarily, particularly vulnerable to fraud, and along with that, this also says the framework allows flexibility in choosing what? That is robust authentication method. Which one is the correct answer here? Alright, so that says B. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, so B is the correct answer. So as rightly said, or as rightly mentioned in the statements also, right, this is very easy to answer if you have little information about it even. So all cross-border digital payment transactions will be subject to mandatory what? That is 2FA, right? Alright. Next question says, what is the duration, or what is the following, which of the following is the responsibility of the issuer during RBI Digital Payment Authentication Direction? Ensuring compliance with the Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023, ensuring compensating customers for losses that is arising from the non-compliant transactions, verifying the robust as well as the integrity of authenticated mechanism before deployment, to applying additional contextual as well as behavioral checks for high risk transactions here, or all of the above. Which one is the correct answer? Alright, are you people sure about it? Okay, so E, that is all of the above are the correct answers. So it is a kind of initiative which is very comprehensive in nature. In September 2025, RBI issued revised norms for claim settlement of deceased customer bank accounts and lockers. Now, according to this, the revised norms, which or maybe what time period within which bank must settle claims for deposits accounts of the deceased customers. Which one is the one? 7 days calendar, 15, 30, 45, or 60? 15 days. Okay. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? 15 days. All right. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right. So 15 days is the correct answer, right? This is 15 calendar days. Okay, so in case of any delay, they can ask you a question in another way also. What if there is any delay here? So banks are required to pay interest rate at bank rate and 4% per annum also. That is the reason whosoever are attending my lecture, like whosoever is attending my static portion, I told you previously also, like I think in my yesterday session only, that now today we are using bank rate more as a kind of penal rate only, and less in bringing stabilization in economy, right? Okay, so this is what is the entire information about it. Next question says, in September 2025, the SEBI revised the framework for intraday monitoring of index options. Which of the following is the incorrect one here? The intraday net position limit per entry has been increased to what, that is 5,000 crore in option, in index, this options. The gross intraday position limit per entity is capped at what, that is 10,000 crore only. SEBI mandates at least 4 random snapshots of trades position during each trading session. Penalty provision for intraday breaches were effective from this October 1st, 2025. If the market infrastructure institutions must submit a kind of standard operating in this procedure here, SOP, to SEBI before enforcement. Anyone here wants to answer this question? I think most of the people are answering me C. That is what you people are answering here. 44th ka E. All right. So D is the correct answer. That is penalty provision for intraday this breaches were effectively from what, that is 1st se leke 1st October 2025 is the exact answer here. Next question says, in September 2025 only, SEBI introduced the relaxation of PSUs and the revised investment trust also, that which is invitus. Okay. Norms. Which of the following statement is incorrect again? PSU delisting relaxation applies only to companies where the government holds 90% or more of the equity here. Is this a kind of condition which has been set? Non-banking financial companies, that is NBFCs, and insurance companies are also eligible under the PSU listing relaxation. PSUs can now delist at a fixed price under the revised framework, and SEBI reduced the minimum investment requirement of this invitus and to what amount, that is 25 lakh, and related parties including qualified sectional buyers are not at all classified under whom, that is the category here. Which one is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Alright, 45th ka A. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, so B is the correct answer. That says NBFC and insurance companies are also eligible under the PSU delisting. Alright, delisting relaxation here, right? Next question says, in August 2025, UPI monthly transactions crossed which of the following limestone for the first period of time? Like they are asking here about specifically August month, right? Okay. They are asking here specifically of the August month. So, us aspect se people need to answer here. 10 billion, 15, 20, 25, or 30? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Come on, now we are left with 4 questions only. C, okay. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? So, this is a kind of milestone which people need to remember. So, of course, C is the correct answer. That is 20 million. Good. Good. That is 20 billion. Good. Alright, next question says, which of the following is correct regarding the UPI transaction limit effective from September 15th, 2025? So, person-to-person transaction are allowed up to what? That is 5 lakh per day. Person-to-merchant transaction for verified merchants can have accumulated 24 hour limit of this 10 lakh. Credit card payments via UPI have accumulated 24 hours of limit of 10 lakh here. IPO bids through UPI now fall under this particular enhanced version, that is 10 lakh se leke 24 hour limit tak. Now when I talk about this this jewelry purchases via UPI can be done up to what? That is 5 lakh per day only. Which one is the correct answer? 20 billion. Okay, are you sure about it? Are you sure about it? Okay. Nikhil says B. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? B. Alright. So B is the correct answer, where it completely says merchant to payment, like person to merchant transactions for verified merchants can have a cumulative, that is what? That is 24-hour limit, and that is of 10 lakh. Now this person to merchant, this transaction which is taking place 24 cumulative lakh, that is what? That is 10 lakh for most of the enhanced categories, and that is how it is going to be continued as well, right? Next question says, from September 15, 2025, what is the new per transaction limit for UPI payments in the category of financial, in the category like capital markets, insurance, travel, government, e-marketplaces? 1 lakh, 2, 5, 10, 15 lakhs. Is it A, B, C, D, E? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Come on, be very quick. Okay, 48th ka D. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, so 5 lakh is the correct answer here. The kind, when I talk about the fund, it has been raised, the per transaction limit for those who are like for these categories to what? That is 5 lakh person to merchant transaction. Good. Next question says, which fintech company partnered with SEBI to launch its first digital first Udyam assist registration for informal micro enterprises in September 2025? Is it Paytm, PhonePe, Google Pay, Bharat Pay, or Razorpay? Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Come on, be very quick. Is it A, B, C, D, E? Alright, so 49th ka B. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Exactly. Second, okay. Alright, so PhonePe is the exact answer here. Good. Next question says, where was the digital first Udyam Assist registration initiative launched in September 2025? Was it Maharashtra, Karnataka, Delhi, Telangana, or Tamil Nadu? Which one is the one? Is it Maharashtra, Karnataka, Delhi, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu? Last question of the day. Is it A, B, C, D, E? Alright, so see, that is New Delhi is the correct answer here. So the initiative was launched in the presence of what? Union Ministry of MSME, or maybe Ministry of Micro and Small Enterprises, right? Alright, so thank you so much for joining the session. I hope each and every MCQ is clear to you people, along with the concept as well. And I think most of the concept we have already done in our PIB sessions, but जो कुछ जो sessions है, फिर जो कुछ जो concept है वो रहते हैं, so that is where you need to focus on. Otherwise, I think most of the part is already done here, right? एंड नॉट वरी, सितंबर जो है अभी जो ये जो है वो पार्ट 1 ही हुआ है सितंबर का. वील कवर रेस्ट ऑफ द 50 क्वेश्चंस द पार्ट 2, एंड अलॉन्ग विद दैट वील कवर more 100 questions which are specifically related to September month only, right? So हाँ, बहुत सारे questions जो है 200 के आसपास जो question है वो सिर्फ September month के रहेंगे, but हम उसको parts में cover करेंगे so that we can properly see the entire statement as well as the question also, right? All right, thank you so much for joining the session. Now I'll meet you the day after tomorrow. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.